What's going on, everybody? High Stim Ace here, bringing you a high stim pre-workout review. I got something really special for you today. This is a new product that was launched by Insane Labz a couple of weeks ago. If you guys recall, I did an unboxing video where I unboxed the Saw Collection, which of course included 3 products. You had the new Saw line of Psychotic, which was their new, stronger, reformulated version. You had Bloodbath, which was their pump formula. And lastly, you had the Saw Fat Burner pills, which you're supposed to take 1 in the morning. I've actually been running the Saw Fat Burners for the past week, and I'm going to do a review after a month is over. I'm going to run it for 30 days. I recorded my weight beforehand. I'm going to record my weight after I'm done. I'm going to tell you what my diet was like during that time, more or less giving you my macros, and you guys are going to know if that's a product that's worth getting or not. So that review will come in a few weeks once I finish running it for 30 days. But for today, I want to review the 2 main products from the new Saw line. Saw Psychotic and Saw Bloodbath. Both these products are part of their new Saw line. You can buy it together as a bundle, or you can get these products individually. I initially got the bundle. I got the nice box for $120. You can see the unboxing video that I did a couple of days ago. I was very happy with it. There was a lot of extra goodies, and Insane Labz always comes through with the hookups. They always give you free extra stuff, and you feel very appreciated as a customer. They always write you a handwritten note. And now I don't know if it was written once and then scanned a bunch of times. That's the more likely thing that happens. But either way, just the fact that they go out of their way to include these little touches, to put the personal touch on every order that you get from them, it means a lot to me as a customer. So I'm a big fan of Insane Labz, and I also really like their products. It's a different kind of a high stim experience. They're great products for when I want to cycle off of DMAA and DMHA. They're mostly caffeine and alpha-EO based, proprietary blends, so I'm a big fan of Insane Labz. I'm going to say that up front. This new version of Psychotic here is insane. I'm going to tell you this right now, and it's crazy to think about because 1 scoop is 6.3 grams, and the Saw blend is 4.27 grams. So it's a very small scoop, and you're going to be tempted to take a heaping scoop, a scoop and a half, maybe even double scoop it. I'm going to tell you right now, guys, as a stim junkie, as somebody that has taken all this stuff on that shelf behind me, do not double scoop this. Do not even take a scoop and a half. If it's your first time, even if you're a stim junkie, I want you to start off with a flat, but I mean a flat scoop. No extra heaping, little bit on top of that, nothing. 1 flat scoop is more than enough to give you stimulation and energy for 2 hours, even more. It's crazy how they can accomplish so much with such a little scoop. I know people hate on Insane Labz because of their proprietary blends, and people like to have the clinical dose of everything, and they like everything outlined and to tell you exactly how much of each ingredient is in the product. But I'm going to tell you right now, and TJ says this all the time, but I'm going to tell you this as well. Labels are just labels. How do you know that what they're claiming on the label is actually in the container? You don't know that. I don't know that. So this whole channel right here, I go through the label because it's an obligatory thing to do as a reviewer, and I like sharing that information. But at the same time, the label is the least important part of the review for me, because I care about how the product affects me in the real world. When I go to the gym and I'm training for 1 hour and 40, 2 hours, I want to know that the product I'm taking is going to be effective, that it's not going to give me a crash, it's not going to make me feel nauseated, it's not going to have my heart pounding and leaping out of my chest. Those are negative side effects that I don't like. I like feeling good when I train. I like having an energy. I like feeling motivated, focused, mood elevation, happiness, euphoria. Those are things I like when I train. So to me, you can have a proprietary blend that reads like nothing special and it slaps you in the face. Or you can have something that reads like a stacked science textbook and it doesn't do much for me. So I will always take whatever works over whatever looks good theoretically on paper. Let's get to this label. Psychotic by Insane Labz. This is the fruit punch flavor, and right off the bat, it's a really good flavor. I don't care much about flavors, but this is a good flavor. It tastes nice. It tastes like fruit punch. It doesn't have that illicit DMA, DMHA background taste. It doesn't have that kick in your throat. It doesn't have that black pepper extract flavor on the way down that burns you a little bit. It's clean. It tastes good. It tastes like there's nothing illicit in here. There are two ingredients in here that amplify the effect, which is why Insane Labz is able to put these low-dose proprietary blends, but yet still these products feel as insane as some of the stuff Dark Labs puts out. So let's get to this blend. Like I mentioned, there's 30 servings per container. 1 scoop is a serving size, 6.3 grams, and that's total ingredients. The active ingredients is 4.27 grams. And the Psychotic Saw blend, this is a proprietary blend, again. So these right here are all stimulants that are related to caffeine. Of course, you have the beta-alanine and the L-tyrosine and the dicaffeine malate and the teacrine. These all synergize very well with caffeine. They're all legal. There's nothing illicit in here. There's no DMHA, DMAA in here, but these are all good stimulants. DMAE for focus, coffee fruit extract, oxygold. Now we're getting to the meat and potatoes. And this right here is something that is across all the Insane Labz products. They have this thing called oxygold, which in parentheses it says fulvic acid. And then they have ampi berry, which is Juniperus cuminis berry. I don't know how to even pronounce that, but whatever. I'm going to call it ampi berry because that's the name they have trademarked. So these two ingredients right here, oxygold and ampi berry, these are supposedly ingredients that amplify the effect of the stimulants. Some people are going to say this is baloney, it's nonsense, it's whatever, it's just marketing. But I'm telling you, based on how I feel when I take this product, and I could take stims. I could take a lot of stims in my body. So on label, theoretically, if I'm going strictly based off label, 4.27 grams, a little baby scoop should not do much for me. But yet this thing slaps the living hell out of me because this thing is strong. And I'm telling you, there's something in here. And it's not a hidden ingredient. It's not a secret, illicit, secret sauce bathtub formula ingredient. Because Insane Labz are a very mainstream company. They've been around for a long time, like 6-7 years, maybe even longer. I don't know. They've been around for a very, very long time, and the formula hasn't changed. That's another thing I love about this brand. There's no V1, V2, V3 reformulation. When they release a new product, they just release it under a different name. I got a whole bunch of products from Insane Labz, and I'm going to be reviewing them for weeks and months to come. I got the Hellboy edition, I got I Am God, Red Drum, Psychotic Gold, the Summer edition. I'm sitting on, I got the Zombie edition of Psychotic. I'm sitting on so many products from Insane Labz, and a bunch of them I'm probably not going to get around to reviewing for probably even a couple of months because I'm on a rotation right now, and I want to give different brands the opportunity to shine, and I want to be objective and give you guys a variety of different content. So I'm going to be spreading these reviews out, but I'm telling you, these two ingredients, they have across all their pre-workouts, across all their fat burners. Every product from Insane Labz has these two ingredients, oxygold and ampiberry. And there's something to it because all these products work amazing. They don't make bad products. I haven't had a bad product from Insane Labz. If you don't like Alpha Yo, if you're sensitive to Alpha Yo, then I would say avoid this company and this brand in general because that's their bread and butter. Alpha Yo and caffeine are the bread and butter of almost every single Insane Labz product. But these two ingredients right here, oxygold and ampiberry, that's the stuff that takes everything to the next level and amplifies it. So we have yohimbine HCl, 98%, Rewolfia extract, standardized at 90% Alpha Yo, so that's Alpha Yo. So with the proprietary blend, we don't know exactly how much we're getting of each ingredient. And again, I understand that bothers certain people. I get it, I understand. Believe me, I understand. They do list the amount of caffeine on their website, by the way. If you go on insanelabs.com, they do list the amount of caffeine that's in their products. This one happens to have 390 milligrams of caffeine. It does not list how much Alpha Yo is in there. And maybe they should do that. Maybe they should just list the Alpha Yo as well, because there are a lot of people that are sensitive to it. Thank God I'm not. I love Alpha Yo, so I'm good with it. But for certain people that are sensitive to it, maybe they should list it. And that's something that maybe they could take into consideration. This product to me feels like maybe 2.5 milligrams of Alpha Yo. Garage Gym Homie reviewed this one recently, and he said the same thing, and I tend to agree. I think it definitely feels stronger than 1.5 milligrams of Alpha Yo. It definitely has that kick. The thing about this product, by the way, is, and I don't know how this works because I'm used to taking a lot of Dark Labs products and, Excelsior. These are products that take 20, 25, 30, hell, sometimes even 40 minutes to really, really start feeling the ingredients come together. The euphoria, the mood elevation. Sometimes you're not going to feel that for like 30 minutes, 40 minutes even with some of these products. Like Flame, it takes like 30 minutes to start kicking in. So I don't know how they do it, but you feel this. I'm telling you, like 3, 4 minutes after ingesting, you start feeling it. First of all, the eyes. The eyes are gonna widen. You're gonna feel focused. Your eyes are alert and you're focused. You're laser sharp, focused, and ready to take on the task at hand. You're gonna feel sweaty. This is a thermogenic. You're gonna sweat on this. And it's gonna elevate your heart rate a little bit. Which is why, again, I'm telling you, if you're sensitive to alpha-yo, maybe don't even dabble with Insane Labz in general, because a lot of their stuff is caffeine and alpha-yo based, and then they have the oxygold and amphiberry, which amplify and elongate those effects. So you're going to feel the alpha-yo shakes, you're going to feel the cold sweats, the heart rate is going to pump a little bit, not to the point where it's leaping out of your chest, but you're going to feel an elevated heart rate for sure. And you might even have to slow down the sets a little bit and take a breather in between. And that's okay, because this thing is going to give you energy for 2, 2.5 hours, 3 hours even. So you can take your time, take your rest sets, your 40, 50-second rest in between sets, and you're going to be just fine. This thing will give you energy. If you're coming home after work and it's 5, 6 o'clock and you're tired and you don't have motivation to go to the gym, and you're like, oh, I don't want to go, I'm exhausted, I had a long day. Man, take you a scoop of this, and I mean a flat scoop of this. 5 minutes before you start training, it's going to take you there. I'm telling you right now, it's going to take you there. This is an amazing product. But because it's only 4.27 grams of active ingredients, you're essentially getting all stims in here, which I like. I've never been a fan of these in-between formulas. I recently reviewed Hybrid from Kilo Labs, which to me was a disappointment. You should watch the video review because I go into depth and into detail. There was certain good things about that pre-workout, but overall, for a stim junkie, it wasn't my cup of tea. So that's kind of like an in-between pre-workout. And what I like about Insane Labz is they have their pump formulas and their high stim pre-workout separately. And I like that because then I could stack the pump formula on top of this. Speaking of pump formulas, we have Bloodbath right here. This was bundled together with the Psychotic. And this is right here, the pump formula. Pumps, non-stim, vascularity, beast. I gotta love that marketing. When it comes to marketing, I mean, just look at this. I love this container, man. It's an absolutely beautiful container. You even have the Lionsgate and Twisted Pictures right over here. You see that? So it's official. Even the lid, guys, the lid even looks amazing. It says on top, I want to play a game. And then you have Saw written over here, engraved into the lid. This is beautiful. Insane Labz are second to none when it comes to marketing. And a lot of people maybe would get turned off by it. They're going to call them a one-trick pony. They're going to say, oh, it's a gimmick company or whatever. No, they're good at marketing, but they also have good products. So it's a win-win. And as a horror movie aficionado, I gotta support these guys. They're releasing bangers. So let's get into this label right here. This is also the fruit punch flavor. They do not have an unflavored version of this, so you can't, well, theoretically you could mix this together with the other one, just take a scoop of each and you're good. But I personally like taking this one about 20 minutes before taking the Psychotic. So I have about a 15-minute walk to the gym, or if I ride my bike, it's about 5-6 minutes. So what I do is, when it comes to Psychotic and Bloodbath specifically, I will take this one before I leave the house. So about 20 minutes before I get to the gym, I will take this one with water. And then 5 minutes before I get into the gym, I will take the Psychotic. I will have it ready beforehand. So that's how I do it. Because when it comes to pump ingredients, you want these ingredients to kind of saturate for a little bit first. And then you take the high stims 5 minutes before you start training, because this thing's going to hit you in like 3-4 minutes. I'm telling you. I've never seen anything that hits you that quickly like the Psychotic. And that's across all their Psychotic products, by the way. So when it comes to the label of Bloodbath, you have an option to either take 1 or 2 scoops. And that's going to bring it from 40 servings to 20 servings if you double scoop it. I personally double scooped it. I've tried this once so far. The first time I took Psychotic, I took it on its own without the pump formula. The second time, I took it with 2 scoops. And the label right here, let's go through the label, and I'm going to read everything for 2 scoops because this is the 2 scoop channel, and I'm going to read it for 2 scoops. So if you take it at 1 scoop, just divided in half. So we have chloride from Himalayan pink salt at 114 milligrams, sodium also from Himalayan pink salt at 72 milligrams, and then potassium at 60 milligrams. That's all for the pumps. L-citrulline mally, 2-to-1 ratio, 6 grams. That's clinical dose. That's good. Betaine anhydrous, 2.5 grams. Now, that's not for the pumps. That's really for strength and power output, and it's going to help you push past your limit. I love betaine anhydrous. I have betaine just by itself also that I like adding to certain pre-workouts that don't have betaine. It's an amazing product. I don't add it at every workout, but on days that I know I really want to push, I add 2 to 3 grams. So 2.5 is right down the middle. It's perfect. Then we got 2 grams of taurine. It's an all-arounder. It's an ingredient that's going to help with strength, endurance, focus, mind-muscle connection. It's a good ingredient. Taurine's really good. There's a lot of research coming out about it right now, too. We got agmatine sulfate at 1 gram, good dose. Then we have arginine silicate as nitrosigine, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. I'm assuming that's one of their trademarked ingredients, 750 milligrams. And then the blood sauce, which is spelled S-A-W-C-E. So nice little play on words there. And that is their proprietary blend for 300 milligrams, pomegranate fruit juice, white beetroot extract, and Oxy Gold. So as you guys know, pomegranate juice and beetroot extract is really, really great for blood flow. So 300 milligrams of that. And again, there's the Oxy Gold in here, which is one of their trademarked ingredients. This does not have the ampiberry in here. But again, you don't need the ampiberry because chances are as a stim junkie, you're a stim junkie, right? You're watching High Stim Ace, you're a stim junkie. So if you're a stim junkie, you're not taking this by itself. You're stacking this on top of Psychotic because you're a high stim junkie just like me. A high stim pre-workout enthusiast, if you will. That is the politically correct term. So what do I think? What does High Stim Ace think of Psychotic Saw and Bloodbath Saw? I'm going to tell you guys, and I'm going to be honest with you, this is one of the hardest hitting pre-workouts I've taken in recent history. There are pre-workouts that literally claim DMHA on label and Uriah Geresis on label at 200 and 300 milligrams, and they do not hit me half as hard as this little guy right here with this little baby scoop does. So it just goes to show you once again, like I say, labels are just labels. Look at this guy. That's a little baby scoop right over here. That is more than enough to get you wired, focused, motivated, and aggressively pumping at the gym. This is not a euphoric pre-workout. This is not like crack. It's definitely not like Excelsior or Dark Energy. This is not going to have you happy per se, but it's going to have you feeling good, confident. There is a mood elevation, not a happiness or a euphoria per se, but there's a definite mood elevation. Blast yourself some Metallica or some good hard rock metal music and get yourself pumping. And speaking of pumping, this right here, Bloodbath, I'm going to go out on a limb, and this may be unpopular, I'm going to go out on a limb and say that this is single-handedly the best pump product I've ever used. Yeah, you heard it. The pumps I had on this thing were unreal. The veins I had coming out of my neck were not normal. They were psychotic. No pun intended. I never saw such vascularity. And I am slightly overweight. I'm cutting right now. Granted, I have a nice upper body muscular frame, but I have a little bit of fat here and there. I'm trying to cut about 10% body fat at the moment. And even still, I was able to see just how vascular and how great I looked. I took 2 scoops of this with water about 20-25 minutes before I started training. And then 5 minutes before I went and hit the weights, I took me a flat scoop of this. And I'm telling you, I was in the gym for 2+ hours. I was pumping. I was energized. I was motivated. I was happy to be there. Not a drugged out, euphoric kind of happy, but focused. Laser sharp focus, aggression, and a mood elevation, but a different kind of mood elevation. And the pumps were unreal. The pumps were crazy. I've taken a lot of Apollo nutrition products, and they tend to have really good pump elements in their products, especially Bloodsport. Bloodsport's one of my favorite pump products, especially because it's unflavored and it's easy to stack. But I'm telling you, this is going to be a product I'm going to be getting regularly. I've tried their Insane Veins, and that product was kind of meh. It was mediocre. I'm going to make a review on that as well. I have the regular Insane Veins as well as the gold version of Insane Veins. I'm going to be reviewing those in the future. But this right here, Bloodbath, I'm telling you, the pumps were astronomical. I've never experienced anything like that. I was checking myself out in the gym mirror like I was a 17-year-old Zoomer on TikTok. It was absolutely crazy. So where do I rank these? I rank these all the way at the top. If you're a stim junkie like me, these are perfect products for you when you're trying to take a couple of days off of DMAA, DMHA. If daily drivers don't do much for you, like they don't for me, then this right here is a perfect product to take in between using DMAA, DMHA, or Riogenesis high stim pre-workouts. This is going to fill that void. It's mostly caffeine and alpha yo based, so as long as you're not super sensitive to alpha yo, you're going to love these products. And they're always running promotions on their websites. If you go on their website, use the code INSANE60, and that's going to get you 60% off of any product that's not already discounted or bundled with something else. InsaneLabz.com, use the code INSANE60. They always send you free stuff also, so get yourself a nice big order, get yourself a couple of tubs, couple of fat burners. They always give free samples and free goodies. They're a really good company. I love their products. I love their branding, and I just think they're an amazing quality company. So these are both hitters, both 10 out of 10 in my book. Grab them. I'm hoping it's not a limited edition thing. I hope they keep these in the rotation regularly because these are amazing products. These are both the fruit punch flavor. I just ordered myself the grape flavor, and eventually I'll get the watermelon flavor as well, just out of curiosity. But these are hitters. Guys, you cannot go wrong with these. These are amazing. If you're a beginner or an intermediate when it comes to stimulants, then I would definitely suggest to start with half a scoop, maybe 3/4 of a scoop, but don't go flat scoop unless you're a stim junkie, and you really don't need to go more than that, because I did a heaping scoop on my first time, and it was a little bit too intense. A flat scoop really is the perfect dose, and you guys are going to like it. And the pumps with Bloodbath are next level. It's next level stuff. So you're gonna love both these products. That wraps up my review. If you enjoyed this lengthy yet detailed video, give me the like, share the video with a friend, subscribe to the channel, comment down below, tell me about your experience with Psychotic. Have you tried the Saw series? What other products do you like from this brand? Have you tried their fat burners? Have you tried 28 Days Later? Comment down below. Let me know what you think. And as always, guys, Ace signing off. Till next time.